So, my last video of digging deeper was digging deeper into Sicilian Gambit. This time, we're going to dig deeper into the Queen's Pawn opening, which starts at d4. There are some different moves. The most common is d5. We go to chess. It is the most common move. e6, and well, only e5 is a very small response. 7th place, 7th most common, but still played close to 2 million times. b5, I don't know what this does. b6 looks like a better move though. So, let's get started. But this time, I actually don't know Queen's Pawn opening. So I have to explore on my own. So here's why it's called the Queen's Pawn opening. As King's Pawn opening, e4, it's called the King's Pawn opening. It's because it's the King's pawn. The pawn is in front of the King. And the reason people play this is to free up for white squares. So the Queen, the Bishop is free. It can go out anytime. The Queen is free to go out. Now what d4 does is, well, it brings out this Bishop, preparing for this, and most commonly, most of the time, white will queenside castle. So let's get started on exploring more. Let's see. So we got d5, knight of 6, e6, g6. The most common move is d5. This is the most common line, trying to gain center and blocking the pawn. And this is arguably one of the best moves. Arguably. As you can see, white is winning. Yeah, white is winning by a very big percent. A lot of people might see e5. This is probably something somewhat of a master might play. It threatens the white pawn, that the black pawn might take it, or it will take it. And one takes this will lead to a better game. And sooner or later, let's just play it later. Move. This will allow for a much nicer development. But I might want to play this because the pawn is hanging. But then I can't do that. So I guess we could just take this pawn and advance it over. So let's go back a little. d4, d5. So what should we play here? Well, most common move is c4, called the Queen's Gambit. There is a King's Gambit, which I will explain later on in this video if I remember. But what the Queen's Gambit does is, if black takes, which you should never do, white plays e4 with very nice central control. And if you move on, this, say bishop, let's just say pawn here, you can take back, and well, it's actually equal. Even though it's equal, well, white has a very big advantage. Most commonly, when this is played, the best moves are knight here, pawn here, or pawn here. What I like to play is pawn here and bring this out. The most common move is this, trying to keep on putting pressure, and I play this, trying to stop the pressure. This is called the Queen Gambit. The Queen's Gambit decline, because the Queen's Gambit is this, and you have become confused what a gambit actually is. What a gambit is when in chess you sacrifice a little piece, most commonly a pawn, to get a positional advantage. Positional. That means your position is better. Like if we go back to the line, we had a position advantage where you're developed. This is coming. You know, we're good. So let's go back into the line of knight of 6. This is also very common move sometimes. Most common move by far is bishop here. And then we got bishop e7 trying to protect it. But takes. You can put more pressure with this. If takes, you have takes. Yeah, we're pretty good. The Queen's Gambit is a very short opening. And instead of just staying to Queen's Gambit, I'm gonna show you the King's Gambit. We play e4 because it starts with the King's pawn opening. Most common is e5, trying to replicate. As with d4, we played c4, the pawn right next to it. When we play e4, we want to do King's Gambit, we play this. Now, we can read this, but before I do, you have to really study the King's Gambit in order to play it. Because the King's Gambit is very dangerous, saying that the king is very exposed and there's no pieces that are developed. Let's pawn on f4 is attack, which is the whole point of the King's Gambit. A gambit, which is not the same thing as the opening, involves a sacrifice of material, which has pieces, usually pawns, for positional gain. In this case, white wants to tempt black pawn away from the center on f4, which would allow white to freely play d4 and e5. The move d4 will then uncover attack by the c1 bishop on black's f4 pawn. And black will have to make further non-developing moves to save it. So as you can see, it's pretty much the same idea as the Queen's Gambit. We're getting positional game, but the most common move here is queen here. You have to know not to play this, because this takes. He wins a rook. And as you can see, almost all of them, queen e2. Yeah, with queen f3, there's queen takes, winning even more material doing this. When they tutor saves it. We just want a ton of material. If we go back, what a better move is actually this. And if this, you just take with this, attacking the queen. Sometimes black will take this, and you have no choice but to run away. And once again, this, the pawn isn't there anymore, so you are good. So, let's just do something. Let's say black plays this. The most common move is g3 with takes, which is a very dumb move. The most common move by far is queen e7, going back to developed, non-developing. Queen f6, which puts more pressure on this pawn. And there's not much black can do. So, the King's Gambit, it might look really like, it might look like it's useful, but such as queen here, play this. Best move is this. And if you try to develop your pieces, takes, queen here doesn't work. But the best move by far is doing this to win. This, and then we got takes. The bishop takes. And, well, as you can see, white has some undeveloped pieces, black has some undeveloped pieces, but white is really undeveloped. The only way he can be safe is with knight here. Let's follow best moves here, and then let's play this. Let's play this. And the best move is this, right? Because the king's safe. Because if you castle this way, there's like hundreds of ways to attack. But doing this, black doesn't have to follow this. He will attack you out of the blue. That's why I am showing you the line, so you don't get checkmated. Wow, look, 11:45, and it's no, we have to wait for 46. But the time 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. 45, 46. We're past 11 minutes and 46 seconds. Okay. I wanted to explain one more opening that I haven't explained yet. Ponziani. Yeah. I've just realized I haven't showed the Ponziani to everyone. I just did it. So we got E4, E5. The whole point of Ponziani is to start with C3. It's called the Lopez opening on the Maclawade attack, but it's called the Ponziani later on. Black most likely plays this. It's this. And if black does take, you just take this. And if this, you just play this. And if he moves back, all you have to do is this, and the black piece is being attacked. Yeah. Let's follow the line. So after this, it's this. And with that, we play this. Black moves back here. But the line that the Ponziani went was this. This. Takes this. Move back here, it's not good, so he moves back here. And then this piece moves back here, and this moves back. And along with that, we got a really good pawn. And this is not the point, and I don't actually know the line fully, but the whole point is to play one of these moves and attack. Let's say if he played this. Let's say if you play this, you play this, he plays this, you attack this knight. He has to move back here, undeveloping this piece. You just develop your own piece like this to protect that, and you want to connect 4. But the whole point is just to attack these two knights. That's the whole point of the Ponziani, to get a positional advantage. So, before I go, I want to see, wow, we went through a lot in just 14 minutes. I want to show you one more opening. I already explained the Stafford, but I think it's time to explain the Sicilian. So, it starts out with E4. I didn't mean that, I meant E4, not E3. And the Sicilian starts with C5. Sicilian is literally one of the best openings for black. How do I know? Well, back when I was like like first starting chess. In chess kit, I would always play Sicilian and I would always win. But league chess has a few more tough players, so Sicilian doesn't always work. So let's look at some more. So it starts with c5, e4. Most common move is this. You start out with this. This prevents this. So white will play this. Sometimes white will play this. My favorite, this is a close traditional. I like to play the dragon. I think this is called the Hyper Accelerated Dragon. Black castles. We play this. If they plan to do this, we have like a really strong defense. We can move the knight, and then our bishop will be free. Yeah, our king is really guarded. The whole point of the Sicilian is to make sure you have a good defense. That is why it's called the Sicilian Defense. Now, Sicilian has many variations. Some people, excuse me, after playing this, they play this. And that's totally okay. So, before I leave, I heard there's a new opening, the hippo. Let's see if it'll think. Okay, good. Black moves a number of pawns to 6. Rank in the okay, so wait. Okay, see. Oh, let me try to make that. Port editor. So we got flipboard. Was it this? Wow, this is also really good defense. Yeah. The bishops are pointing at the rooks. We have a strong knight, strong centers. Yeah. Wow. Let's try to play some of these openings. 2 of them are white, 2 of them are black. I guess I have to play the pink one opening. Okay, I have to wait for it to play this. Is this you playing the hippo? Okay, no you're not, but... What? I felt like he was playing the hippo. Never mind. You don't move this pawn, you move these 2 pawns. Thank you. Oh. What kind of opening? What kind of opening is this? I think this will be our one game. I'll post it on the video where I play. Black queen move away. So I might not win this one. Okay, so we didn't get into any of the openings. That's why next video. Actually, I'm gonna sign this one. Next video, I am gonna do everything in my power to play all those openings. I'm gonna go as long as I can. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. You can subscribe here if you want to turn notifications on. My mouse is fast, sorry. Click here for the video that's best for you. It could have showed up earlier, but just letting you know. Over here, you can click a video that is the most recent upload other than this video. Probably gonna be the opening unless you watch this video super early, which I'll be surprised if you do. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, so subscribe, like, and enjoy all my other videos, because I'll be posting every day.